Well,
when we talked about the fact that envy, craving, and honor help a person when he's included in the society to get out of a state that he's not spiritual, I had a question about pride that prevents the person sometimes from being jealous of before he's included. Even if he's included in the friends, his pride doesn't allow him this thing of envy. What can he do with it?
the person himself can't come out. We have to understand that prison isn't when he's in a descent. The state of despair, how should I say it? This state of indifference is a lot more dangerous, because from that state you don't have forces to come out, not up nor down, nothing. That's called death. When a person is down in all kinds of disturbances, negative influences, alien thoughts, he's alive. He's not dead. Dead is indifference. It's when the way we are most of the day towards spirituality, the purpose of creation, the group. That's why specifically you see, come to Pharaoh, meaning come, you will know the oppositeness of me, the Creator says, all the opposite states of sanctity, of bestowal, of love. You will enter envy, lust, honor, you'll enter hatred, rejection, you'll enter a state of seeing who and what you really are according to nature, and that's obviously on my account, but you will know it. Why? Because then you'll have the letters of the work, the vessels. Then the light will be revealed upon the darkness. Otherwise, you won't be able to see the difference. You won't have any feelings towards it. That's why the exile in Egypt is essential, that all the oppositeness of the Creator is revealed, because the Pharaoh is the posterior of the Creator, and when a person knows it, acknowledges it, is included in it, then he is already, he's willing to come out. He's worthy of coming out. And obviously, not at once, that Pharaoh is revealed, but when they run from Egypt, you can't say that they're separated from him and disconnected. Later on, through all the degrees, that same force is revealed, that Pharaoh, the evil inclination, the Erev Rav, in all kinds of different forms, and that helps us to always advance on the right against it. That's why the letters of the work come specifically as the advantage of the light upon the darkness. The darkness has to come first. And our problem, again, isn't in the darkness, but the opposite, in the indifference, where we there already feel as much as there's nothing to do. If I'm in prison, but I'm in a feeling that I'm in prison, so I try, somehow I want to gather forces for salvation, how to run away, what to do. But if I don't feel that I'm cuffed in prison, limited, that I'm missing out on something, that life there is somewhere and I'm outside of this. If I don't have such a feeling and I can remain the way I am, that's the worst state. That is the true prison. That sometimes it seems to me that, hey, everything's okay. Not neutral, good nor bad, and I'm dead. Sometimes it even seems, hey, I can keep going. That's horrible. In that case, only the environment can help a person. And we need to understand that the bad states and the good states come as states of advancement, but the indifference, it's 90% of the time, even more. It swallows our life and leaves us with no hope to attain the purpose of creation. That's why against it we must fight. That's why when we come out of the lesson for 20 hours of disconnection from the lesson, we need to do something about it. We need to know how we go through the day. Imagine, except for 3 hours, the rest of the time is wasted. So what percentage do we have of work and advancement from our life? That's on the good side. That's why we must determine something for all the hours of the day that will really be concerned about those hours specifically and understand that there is where we are in a field of our freedom of choice, the middle third of Tiferet, not forces from above, not forces from below, but we're in the middle between those two forces, and from them we can't run away. That is the true prison. Clear? Okay? You have something about it?
From Shamari 19, what is it that the Creator hates the bodies in the work? And mostly we need to try that the person will have a strong desire to attain the will to bestow and to overcome the will to receive. And the meaning of a strong desire is that a strong desire is measured by the multiplicity of the cessations and the times of in-between, meaning the cessation in the time or the length of time between overcoming and overcoming. Sometimes a person receives a cessation in the middle, that is a descent, and that descent can be a pause of 1 minute or 1 hour or 1 day or 1 month. And then again he begins to work on overcoming the will to receive and to try to attain the will to bestow. And a strong desire means that that pause doesn't take a long time for him, and immediately he reawakens for the work.
Yeah, and this is the organizing ourselves, putting order, mutual support. I see our friends that are in a distant connection from one another. In Europe, let's say, in Holland, they're on different places. It all depends how we connect and awaken one another. Oh, so when we leave the lesson, we still need to be aware of it, committed, and to have a system organized in such a way that will force us to participate during the day wherever we are, that we'll get used to, along with all our business that we take care of, to be concerned about the connection between us and through it invite the light that reforms. Otherwise, 90% of our time, of our life, is gone.